You were in the room, you were laughing at the right moments, you were saying the right things. And yet, when you walked home that night, you felt it again. That specific, suffocating feeling that you were never truly there. That no matter how many rooms you walk into, there is always a wall between you and everyone else. And the most disturbing part, you don't know why. There is a specific kind of loneliness that no one talks about. Not the loneliness of being physically alone, but the loneliness of being surrounded by people and still feeling utterly invisible. Psychologists call this existential loneliness. It is not caused by a lack of people in your life. It is caused by a profound, aching sense that no one truly sees who you are, not the version of you that laughs at their jokes, not the version that nods and agrees, but you, the one underneath, the one that lies awake at 3 a.m., wondering if anyone would notice if you simply disappeared. This is the glass wall. You can see everyone, you can almost touch them. But there is always something between you and genuine connection, and the more you try to break through, the more exhausted you become. Here is where it gets darker. Many people who suffer from existential loneliness become extraordinary performers. They learn early in life how to be whoever the room needs them to be. Funny when others want laughter, quiet when others need calm, strong when others need support, agreeable, adaptable, invisible. And the devastating irony, the better they become at performing, the less anyone ever truly knows them. Because the performance works, people like them, people invite them, people call them easy to be around. But nobody ever asks what they actually need, because they never see the need. The mask is simply too convincing. To understand why this happens, we need to go back. Much further than you expect. British psychiatrist Bowlby spent decades studying a terrifying human pattern. He discovered that children who are not consistently emotionally seen, not just fed, clothed, and sheltered, but genuinely seen, develop what he called an insecure attachment style. This means the child learns at a neurological level that authentic emotional expression is either unsafe or unwelcome. So they adapt, they survive, they become whatever they must be in order to remain connected. That adaptation does not end in childhood. It follows you into classrooms, into friendships, into relationships, into every room you have ever walked into. The glass wall was not placed there by other people, it was built by you, not out of weakness, but out of survival. Carl Jung named the part of us we hide from the world, the shadow self. It is not the villain of your story, it is simply the parts of you that were never allowed to exist in the presence of others. Your anger, your confusion, your longing, your need, when these parts are buried deep enough for long enough, you stop knowing who you are outside of what others need you to be. And that is when loneliness reaches its most profound level. Not the loneliness of missing others, but the loneliness of having lost yourself. Modern society has made this infinitely worse. We live in an age of curated identity. Social media rewards performance. Algorithms amplify whoever is most entertaining. Authenticity is a word everyone praises and almost no one practices. In this environment, the person who already struggles to show their real self becomes more invisible than ever. There is a way through the wall, but it does not look the way most people expect. Step 1. Name what you have been hiding. The glass wall does not dissolve because you attend more social events. It dissolves when you begin allowing yourself to be witnessed, even imperfectly. And the first witness must be you. Take a piece of paper. Write, without editing, without censoring, who am I when no one is watching? What do I actually feel beneath the performance? What do I need that I have never once asked for? This is not journaling for comfort. This is an act of radical self-archaeology. You are excavating yourself from beneath years of adaptation. Step 2. Risk being misunderstood once. Here is the thing about authentic connection. It is terrifying, precisely because it is real. Choose one person in your life. Not the most important one, not the most impressive one, simply one person you already trust, even slightly, and say something true, not a performance, not what they want to hear. Something true. You may be misunderstood, you may feel exposed, but you will also discover something extraordinary. The wall becomes thinner not because the other person is perfect, but because you dared to exist in their presence. Step 3. Separate solitude from abandonment. Many people who feel like outsiders spend their time alone feeling punished, as if solitude is something happening to them. But the philosopher Paul Tillich describes something radical. He said that the courage to simply exist as yourself without the approval of others, is one of the most profound acts a human being can perform. Solitude is not rejection. Solitude is the place where you remember who you are when no one is watching. Use it, not to hide, but to return to yourself. Step 4. Build identity around values, not approval. The deepest root of the glass wall is identity built on external validation. When your sense of self depends on whether others accept, include, or approve of you, you will always feel like an outsider the moment they don't. Begin anchoring your identity to something internal, not to what others think of you, but to what you stand for, what you are building, what you refuse to compromise. A man who knows who he is does not need the room to confirm it. Here's the truth nobody warns you about. The people who feel most like outsiders are often the people with the most extraordinary internal worlds. Same depth that makes you irreplaceable to the right people. The glass wall was never permanent. It was a protection that once kept you safe. But you are no longer the person who needed that protection. You are allowed to put it down, not all at once, but slowly, one honest moment at a time. One day, you will be in a room, and you will realize the wall is gone. Not because the world changed, but because you stopped pretending to be someone who needed it. Because beneath every performance, beneath every careful smile, beneath every room you ever walked into and felt invisible, there was always someone, real someone worth knowing. Someone the right people have been waiting for. If this reached something you never say out loud, subscribe. You are not as invisible as you think.